These copper rivets make a really strong anchor point, but they're kind of tricky to set, so I'll show you how to set them. Alright, the tools we're going to use are a copper rivet, a hard surface, a rivet setter, a hole punch, hammer, and heavy duty snippers. All these are either available on the site or I'll put a link in the description of where to buy them. Okay, first thing you need to do is punch some holes in the leather, and you want the holes to be about the same size as the rivet, because if it's too big, when you set the rivet, the piece of the leather might slop around, but if it's too small, you could end up mushrooming out the leather a little bit, and it can be just harder to set. Okay, once you got your holes punched, just line them up and stick your rivet through, and then you want your rivet to set up quite a bit higher than your leather so you have enough room to push that disc down. Alright, now you're going to put your rivet on a hard surface and put your disc on top of the post, and what we're going to do is hammer that down, and you're going to use your rivet setter. There's a hole at the bottom where you can set it on top of the post and then just hammer it down. Okay, now I'm going to use these heavy duty clippers to clip this off, and you want to leave at least 1/8 of an inch of the post so you have enough room to mushroom it down. Okay, so now you've got like a pretty tall post with like a sharp edge on it. So now you're going to use this tool, the dome part on the bottom, to dome that over, and then we're going to use this ball peen hammer to finish it over and make sure there's no sharp edges. What I like to do is use the flat face of the hammer first to flatten it down, and then use the ball part of it to texture it. After I finish setting this one rivet, I set 3 more to show a few different styles of how you can finish setting them. This one I just used the flat face of the hammer. This one I used the ball peen lightly on just the post. And this one I finished it with just the dome part of the rivet setter. Now that I've shown you how to finish the rivets a few different ways, I would recommend practicing a little bit before you actually put it into your project, because you don't want to get into your project and then set your rivet and screw it up and have to start over on your project. And these are super cheap, so just go buy a bunch of rivets and practice it a little bit, but that's how you do it.